All right. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
You know, it's been a beautiful day for us here. A little cloudy, but beautiful nonetheless.
Yes.
We are moving forward.
Mm.
I have to say this.
Yes, sir.
You know, I found that most people don't want the truth. They want to be right.
Yeah.
Now, guess what? Anybody who knows the truth understands when they are right and when they are not right. And the truth is, when you are right, you don't have to fantasize. You can begin to become the thing or the person that you say you are. And when you are wrong, you're always waiting for someone else to make this work for you. So I said that to say this, and this is one of those, hopefully a good nugget to begin today's video. I said that to say this. We as a people are wrong. Our women are naked. We encourage them and teach them to be whores.
Yes.
We teach our sons to encourage women to be whores too. And we're wrong. We cannot accept that the truth of what we believe as a people, by and large, is incomplete. Right? So instead of us looking for religious books and organizing ourselves, right? We make excuses and fuss, fight, and argue because we can't agree on a direction to go. The sad part about this is, in order to correct this, a lot of us is going to have to die. That's the fact. A lot of the false teachers are going to have to die. A lot of the system is going to die.
Graven images has to die.
I mean,
Everything
like a graven image, by definition,
is a belief.
is a belief. So, in order for the beliefs to die, the thing you believe in, you have to watch it fail. So that's what we're going to do.
Yes.
We're going to watch everything you believe in fail. Everything. Because that's what's coming. If you believe in staying in America, we're going to watch that fail. If you believe that someone is going to rescue you, we're going to watch that fail. We're going to watch everything you believe in fail. Why? Because the proof of having a instruction is when that instruction is tested. You see, I've been here testing the manuscripts for 7 years, and I tell everyone I am afraid. Why? Because everything that is in it, whenever I have attempted it, it has proven true. But not only for me, but for those around me and for those who don't even know that this even exists. This is a pure truth which I obey, and I began to change who I am to become what it said I needed to be. You have to go through the same process. So you have to watch everything and everyone die before you can accept this.
Hmm.
So, moving forward,
If it's okay if I can say something as a student here at House of Instruction, you know, we walk around beating our chests, talking about we're Israel and trying to obtain our own righteousness. I'm gonna tell you something. Being here as a student, I have learned, and as well as walking out a lot. And thus far as what I can say is we gotta humble ourselves and be ashamed. And if you're truly wanting to really live this life, we have an open opportunity to have Rabbi Sheikh to sit here every day. He doesn't stop gaining more and more of the instructions on what we need to do and have to do. So I am personally telling you as a student, it's time to get in line. We have an opportunity to have someone to truly help us to have understanding and truth of the law, the culture, the customs, and traditions. Continue to watch, come and join, and be a part of what's really going on. Because I'm telling you, this walking around, I'm Israel, is not enough. You think you're righteous? Because I used to think I was righteous. No, I've learned, wasn't. There's a work that has to be done. And that's all I have to say, my brother. And thank you for giving your time and your wisdom and your understanding and your knowledge. I truly appreciate it and cherish it because I'm seeing a difference in my own life. And like you, I'm afraid. I'm very much afraid. But like you said, it is definitely going to take death for those to wake up. For some of you, you don't have to wait that long. The doors are open for you to come out. Just come out while you have this opportunity. Because there may be a time when you ain't going to be able to get out. So it's up to you on what you do.
okay, today is the day. What day is it? Hold on, let me read.
Yeah.
And Yah spake with Musa, saying, Speak with the sons of Israel, and say to them the orders of the time of the festivals of Yah, which you shall proclaim as holy convocations. These are the orders of the time of my festivals. These are the orders of the times of the festivals. Okay? We're going to start off because first things first, I have to give you the order of the times and the seasons. Today is the 10th of Ab, the month AB, Ab, not AV, Ab, Ab. Okay? Bit, Aleph, Bit, Ab. Okay? In this month, today is the 10th day. All right? Yesterday was the 9th day. Okay? To understand anything, you must accept today's date.
Mm-hmm.
In the box below, in the description box on this particular YouTube video, so if you're watching us on YouTube, If you're watching us on a podcast, please go ahead and turn back to this YouTube. Find us on YouTube, subscribe, like. I know I don't pitch that a lot, but I'm going to place the actual 12-month calendar. I'll place a link in the description for a free download. Okay?
Wow.
Because I am ordered, right, to tell you the orders of the times and the seasons and the months. So this is Ab. Okay? Ab is the 5th month. Last month was Kabet. Kabet was the 4th month. Okay? I'm going to put all 12 months in, and they are all numbered in order so that you can follow through with the days. I want you to understand this. Okay? Every month, there is a new moon festival. The new moon festival of every month is 2 days. I don't care what the Muslims say. I don't care what science says. I don't care what any one of you says. According to the text that we have, when the moon is dark, meaning you can't see it with your visible eye for 2 days, those are the new moon days. The first day that the moon is darkened is a preparatory day, and the next day after is the festival day. Please understand how this works. You know you are in the festival day because at the end of that day and that night, you will see the fingernail sliver of the moon, signaling that tomorrow is a work day. The fingernail sliver of the moon, the fingernail sliver, when it first lights, it doesn't signal the first day of the month or the week or anything. It does signal that the next day is a work day. It means that the new moon festival has ended. You understand? So the new moon festival days ends when the first sliver of the moon is seen low in the horizon in the night sky. The new moon sliver will be seen in the west, low to the horizon, sliver in the night sky. That is how the system works. The new moon has already passed. Okay? Today is the 10th day. Every month has 28 days and 2 days added for the new moon feast. So every month has 30 days. There is one additional day added. The sign of this additional day, the moon will disappear for 3 days at the change of the season. So in months, the first month, the 4th month, the 7th month, and the 10th month, on these days, the new moon will have an extra day of disappearing. So you will have the 2 normal days of the new moon feast, and the moon will delay 1 extra day. This extra day at the change of the seasons we call Noach Day, the day of Noah. Okay? It's the days of Noah and his memorial. Okay? Because in the past, these days were a fast day. They used to be a fasting day. But at the order of the prophet, they now will be feasting days. Rabbi Sheikh, which prophet are you talking about? I believe you will know the name of this prophet when I read it to you. You can go to the prophet Zechariah. And the prophet Zechariah, chapter 8, verse 19. He will tell you now that the festivals of the 4th, the 5th, the 7th, and the 10th month are to become feast days. What? Feast days for the salvation, the rejoining, the regathering of the seed of Jacob back to their land. Now you're going to say, what feast day is in these months? The 4th, the 7th, and the 10th month, those feast days is the additional new moon days for Noah that I just described for you. So in these 3 months, the 4th, the 7th, and the 10th, that month will have a new moon festival of 3 days instead of the normal 2. That extra day will now be festival celebrations for the regathering of the children of Israel back into their lands.
Right. And anybody want to know about the Noah days, you'll find that in Jubilees chapter 6.
Now, the 5th month, there is a fasting day that you have long since forgotten. This day is the 9th of Ab. This is the same day in the wintertime that the Romans and the Chaldeans and all the other nations came and drove us out of our land and tore down the temple. This is also the same day that the spies who were with Joshua came back and gave the false report, and Joshua argued against them about coming into Jordan and crossing over into the land, crossing the Jordan. Well, here we are again, crossing the land, going into Jordan, and the Nephilim, calling themselves the Jews, the Hasidim, the Chaldeans, are in the land. And you're saying the same thing, that the Nephilim, the giants, The great ones, the rich ones, the powerful ones with armies are in the land. And I am telling you that the Most High, Yah Allah, is our strength. And we can take
Yes,
the
we
land again.
Yes.
I'll be right back. So, now that I have stated this, the 9th of Av was a fasting day. So now you know that today is the 10th of Av. Yesterday was the 9th of Av. And as is commanded by the prophet, I'm supposed to speak to the priest on the 9th of Av, which I did. If you didn't catch yesterday's lesson, or the lessons I've been putting down for the last few days, I've been instructing on the Levite blood rites. And on the 9th of Av, I taught of how to re-enter into the covenant.
Yes.
And what sacrifices were necessary.
Yes.
Today, I'm talking to you about the orders of the times and the seasons. And in the link in the description box below on this YouTube channel is a calendar that you might know the time. You will see that the new moon days are not attached to the month, but they are counted in the month. So what happens is when the new moon day comes, it doesn't matter on what day the moon disappears. Whatever the day that ended was, that day stops. So if sundown on the 8th day, if on the next day the new moon appears, meaning the moon is completely dark, you will count the new moon days consecutively. And then when you see the fingernail sliver of the moon, then you begin the 9th day and finish out the month to the 28th day, thereby giving every month 30 days, except the 1st, the 4th, the 7th, and the 10th. Every 7th day of the month is a Shabbat. The 7th, the 14th, the 21st, and the 28th. Let me repeat that. There's 4 Shabbats every month. The 7th, the 14th, the 21st, and the 28th. And this will happen every month.
Yes.
I don't care what the new moon does, it just delays when the next Shabbat will come in. This is why the Levites have a watch. So, proceeding forward, now that you know the explanation of the time and can download the calendar and go over this and keep time with us, I will proceed with the Most High's instructions. These are the orders of the time of Yah's, Yahweh's, or whatever you wish to call him, Allah's festivals for Bani Israel. If you are not Bani Israel, I'm not talking to you. You have no say in this matter. It doesn't require your interjection. There is no freedom of speech. Don't ask me any questions. You will not get any answers. I am speaking to Bani Israel, the blood sons of Jacob. Blood only. You're to follow them in following this instruction. Now, they won't be following it when you go ask them. As a matter of fact, I can guarantee they don't listen, thereby ensuring the destruction of your nations with them and you in it.
My.
6 days shalt thou work, and on the seventh day shall be a Shabbat and a rest, a holy convocation. That means a gathering, a assembly. For what? Prayer here with me, not there with you. No manner of work may you do. It is a Sabbat to Yah in every place of your habitations.
Right.
So no matter where you are, you have to rest, stop, repose, lie down, don't do no work.
Right. As well as when you're following the calendar, you are going to find that the Sabbath changes days. It's not one steady day.
Oh, they're gonna learn, because I told them
Yes.
that the new moon is going to delay the Shabbat
Yes.
2 days when it skips 2 days, and then because you have to wait for the new moon 2 days every month,
Right.
and then 3 days
Right.
in the first month, which is Tishri. Well, it's Tishri to you in the world, springtime, right? But the first month to us is Nisan, the fall. The fourth is Tibet. The seventh is Tishri, and the 10th month is named Gidon. It used to be Tammuz, but because of the idol and the work that I've put in, Yah has blessed me to change the name of the month to Gidon. You know Gidon, the judge over Israel, like me. These are the times of the festivals of Yah, holy convocations, which you shall proclaim in their times. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what these are. You have the calendar to follow us up until these days, on which I will proclaim that this festival is a coming. Okay? In the month of Nisan. That was already 5 months ago, because we're in the 5th month now. On the 14th day of the month, between the suns, shall be the time of the sacrifice of the Pascha to the name of Yah. So we prepare for this festival late in the afternoon. It is on a Shabbat day, the 14th. But we prepare in the cool of the evening.
Right.
And this festival is an evening, nighttime festival.
Right. An all-night
It's
celebration.
an overnighter.
Yes.
And on the 15th day of the month, the Feast of Unleavened Bread. So after you've had this festival, this nighttime barbecue, you will now begin the next festival on sunrise the next day. So you're going to get some sleep. You just go to bed late in the night. On this day, the month, the 15th day of the month, the feast of unleavened cakes to the name of Yah. 7 days you shall eat unleavened bread. On the first day of the feast, a holy convocation shall be to you. You shall do no work of labor. So now on the 15th day, right, we're going to have another Shabbat day, but we're going to have a holy gathering to receive whatever instructions may be given. Because we have these quarterly reports.
Right.
And this festival, a report is to be given.
Okay. Now on the feast of unleavened bread, do we only eat unleavened bread, or can we have other things with
You're
it?
going to have all your regular food, but you're not going to have any bread with any yeast.
Okay.
Neither are you going to have any yeast in your household.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
Now, somebody will say, what about alcohol? Because it is made from yeast. If the fermentation process has ceased to ferment anymore, then the alcohol may remain. There is no yeast anymore in it. The same goes for vinegar. So if you have distilled white vinegar, this is fine. There's no yeast anymore in it. However, if you have natural vinegar with the mother, that must be kept outside because that is yeast in the mother.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
Okay? So, unleavened bread, you are to eat bread for 7 days with no yeast in it.
Okay.
All right? On the first day, there is a holy convocation and no work. The first day, which is the 15th day. Okay? A holy convocation shall be to you. You shall do no work of labor, but offer the oblation to the name of Yah 7 days. So for 7 days, we are offering oblations. Nobody can work on the first day, but you can work on the second day, the third day, the fourth day, the fifth day, and the 6th day after.
Okay.
Okay? So for 7 days, so you have 1 day and 6 days of work, making 7 days. In the 7th day of the feast shall be a holy convocation. You shall do no work of labor. So on the first day, the 15th, 16th, the 17th, the 18th, the 19th, the 20th, on the 21st,
Which would be a Sabbath day.
you do no work of labor.
Okay.
Okay, so you have no work on the first day and then no work on the 7th day. It's 7 days long. All right. And Yah spake with Moshe, saying, speak with the sons of Israel and say to them, when you have entered, so he's talking to the sons of Israel I'm talking to right now who have not entered into the land. When you have entered the land, so you see that we're clearly talking to them, right? in their scattered states.
Right.
So the Most High knows He's talking to you scattered. When you have entered into the land I give you, and you reap the harvest, you shall bring the sheaf of the first fruit of your harvest unto the priest, and he shall uplift the sheaf before Yah to be accepted for you. After the first festal day of Pascha, or the day after the feast of Pascha. On the day which you elevate the sheaf, you shall make the sacrifice of the lamb of the year, unblemished, a burnt offering unto the name of Yah.
So this particular feast is not until we enter the land.
So, right. So now,
Okay.
please understand what happens. What is the Most High talking about? So, right now, we're scattered. We're buying land and buying land for growing food, crops, building houses, and stores. You have to sow into this, help contribute to buy the land and build the houses and the crops. When we go into the land, we have to go in and prepare the land to receive us. So we have to buy land there, and we have to grow food and crops there, and we're going to have to move into the land that we just seeded, planted, prepared for us to come to it. Now, when you go into the land, the Pesach is going to come and the harvest for the feast at the same time, proving that this festival happens in the fall.
Right.
The Pesach and the sheaf being right happen at the same time, because you have to bring the first fruit of the sheaf of your harvest to the priest.
Now, when it says sheaf, is that the wheat, the barley, or it's just whatever?
It's going to be the wheat,
The wheat, okay.
but it can be wheat, barley, any type of grain, rice. It's
Okay.
and they're wrapped in sheaves,
Okay.
right? Because what happens is for the next 7 days or after the 15th day, we're threshing.
Right.
So we're going to thresh the wheat, the grain, the barley, the rice. We're threshing. You see? So
Yes, sir.
that's how that works.
Okay.
On the day on which you elevate the sheaf, you shall make the sacrifice of the lamb of the year, and its mincha, and its bread, 2 tenths of flour mingled with oil for an oblation to the name of Yah, to be received with acceptance, and its libation, wine of grapes, a fourth of a hin. You see?
Yes, sir.
So wine is needed for the festival of unleavened bread. Wine is here.
Yes.
Neither bread nor parched corn, right? Nor new ears may you eat until this day, until the time of your bringing the oblation of your Allah. So when you go in and you have to plant, and it has to come ripe. When you don't eat none of this new stuff, none of this new corn. See, so you see corn is here.
Yes.
None of the new corn, none of the new bread, none of the new wheat. You're not harvesting any of it. You're gathering it, you may harvest it, but you don't eat it.
Right.
So you're going to harvest it up, but you're not eating it until after you've offered it. So you have to live off of what you didn't grow in the land. So you have to have a preparation place before you got to the land
Right.
to go into the land and prepare to eat this food. Because you can't eat the food of the land until after you've gone through this festival.
So that goes back to what we read yesterday with the restoring
Back to
of the
yesterday with the
offerings.
restoration offering.
Yes.
So you have this time of restoration, the time of those sacrifices in the beginning of the month. And then you wait in a week, you're preparing for the Pesach. You're still eating off of what you have in your stores from where you prepared before. And you're going to eat the new in the Pesach after it's offered.
So that's why it's so imperative that we begin building here with our own land, livestock, and because the animals will need the bullock, the lamb, the goat, as well as our corn or whatever for when we're doing this. If we go ahead and establishing it here, we will already have possession of our very own.
Exactly.
Got
So
you.
an everlasting statute unto your generations in all your dwellings, and number to you after the first feast day of Pesach, from the day when you brought the sheaf for the elevation, 7 weeks. Complete shall they be until the day after the 7th week. You shall number 50 days. So it's 7 weeks and 1 day. So from the Pesach, 7 weeks and 1 day. All right? And shall offer a mincha of new bread unto the name of Yahweh on that day. So there's new bread coming on that day. There's a festival now of cakes and sweets and desserts. From the place of your dwelling, you are to bring the bread for the elevation, 2 cakes with 2/10 of flour, which must be baked with leaven as first fruits unto the name of Yahweh. So on this 50th day, you're coming into now, and you're entering into the Shavuot, right?
Yes.
Now this is the Shavuot, which comes in the wintertime after the Pesach. And you're bringing in the rest of the harvest that you've harvested in the field for 50 days. So this is the majority of the harvest, the majority. And with that bread, you are to offer 7 lambs of the year, unblemished, a young bullock without mixture of color, the one for a sin offering, and 2 lambs of the year for a sanctified oblation.
Okay, when it says of the year, does it mean the lamb being a year old, or within that year the lamb count?
That lamb has to be under. It
Okay.
has to be under 3 years old.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
It has, so when they say a lamb of the year, it may be under 3 years old, because the sheep give birth twice. So it depends on what you have available, but you have under 3.
Okay.
It has to be under 3. So when it says a lamb of the year, It's under 3.
3. Okay.
Okay, so we call this age like yearlings. You cannot
Oh.
come with a little baby.
Mm-hmm.
That's no,
Mm.
no. You know what I'm saying? So it's between 1 and 3, something like this
Okay.
in here.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Verse 19.
And you shall make a sacrifice of a young goat without mixture, the one for a sin offering, and 2 lambs of the year for a sanctified oblation. And the priest shall uplift them with the bread of the first fruits, an elevation before Yahweh with the 2 lambs. They shall be to the name of Yahweh and shall be for the priest.
Mm.
And you shall proclaim with life and strength that self same day, that at the time of that day there shall be to you a holy convocation. You shall do no work of labor. It is an everlasting statute in all your dwelling for your generations. Self same day.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this festival goes on for 7 days, but this first day is the Holy Convocation Day. And this first day, we are again reenacting and renewing our covenant.
So the Shabbat is actually 7 days.
And it's the 7 day festival.
Okay.
The children play, outside. We have the games. It's 7 days long. But the first day of this festival is
Right.
the actual holy day. This day is holy. The rest is for enjoyment.
Okay.
We have guests, people gathering, traveling. And when you reap the harvest of the ground, you shall not finish one corner that is in thy field at thy reaping, nor shalt thou gather in the gleanings of thy harvest. So again, all of this is happening during harvest time.
Right.
It's not talking about this, and it's not harvest time.
Mm-hmm.
This is harvest time. It's not springtime. It's not summertime, and it's not winter. This is all harvest time. And when you harvest of the ground, you shall not reap one corner in thy field, nor shalt thou gather the gleanings of thy harvest, but leave them for the poor and for the strangers. That's all you other nations that's not blood to Jacob, all of you. Not you imposters, because you imposters have eaten of the fruit of the land and kept it now in tyranny unjustly. You're done, not you. I am Yahweh thy Allah. And Yahweh spake with Musa, saying, Speak with the children of Israel, saying, In Tishri, which is the 7th month, this springtime. See, all of that was harvest time. That's the fall. Now he's telling them in Tishri, which is the 7th month, this springtime, shall be to you a festival of 7 days, a memorial of trumpets, a holy convocation. No work of labor may you do, but offer an oblation before Yahweh unto the name of Yahweh. And Yahweh spake with Moshe, saying, But in the 10th day of this 7th month is the day of atonement. A holy convocation shall it be to you, and you shall humble your souls, abstaining from food and from drink, and from the use of the bath, and from anointing. That's putting oils and lotions on yourself. And the use of the bed, no sex. And from sandals, barefoot. And you shall offer an oblation before Yah, and no work on this same day, for it is the day of atonement, to make atonement for you before Yah, your Allah. For every man who eateth in the fast, and will not fast that same day. All right, we back. Okay? So every man who eateth in the fast and will not fast that same day shall be cut off by death from among his people. And every man who doeth any work that same day, that man will I destroy with death from among his people. Now this goes for sons of Israel and anyone living with them.
Okay.
Okay? Don't matter. Now I gave you the calendar so you know which date this is. No work of labor may you do, an everlasting statute for your generations in all your dwellings. It is a Sabbat, Sabt, Shabbat, Shabbatah. It is a Sabbath and time of leisure for you to humble your souls, and you shall begin to fast in the 9th day of the month at eventide. And from that evening, so you begin to fast on the 9th day when the sun goes down. And you shall fast your fast and repose in your quietude, that you may employ the time of your festivals with joy until the next evening. So it's from the 9th through sunrise of the 10th to sunset, and on sunset of the 10th, you may eat and drink. And Yah spake with Moshe, saying, speak with the sons of Israel. In the 15th day of the 7th month, this is springtime, this is Tishri, shall be the Feast of Tabernacles. So we had the 7-day Feast of Trumpets in Tishri. We have the Day of Atonement. And now we have the Festival of Tabernacles. So now, what is this Feast of Tabernacles? Okay. On the first day of the feast is a holy convocation. No work of labor may you do. So the first day we get together, we having a meeting. We're going to discuss some things. The 7 days you shall offer an oblation unto the name of Yah. You shall gather together to pray before Yah for rain. No work of labor may you do. We're praying for rain. Why? It's springtime. It's the beginning of the spring. So now if you are in the land, let me tell you something. Most people don't know this.
Right.
So obviously, with all this going on in this month, there is little time to sow. So we do all of our planting and sowing near the end of Adar. Okay? The month before Tishri. I think it's the Dar. Or is it Kislev? It's one of them. It's Kislev. Kislev.
Yes.
In the month of Kislev. So we do all of our sowing in the 6th month. Right? Because we know we're going to go festival
In the 7th.
in the 7th. The seed is in the ground, it's covered up, everything is ready. We're going into the 7th month being ready to do what the Most High says do. We may tighten up a few things, but we have a lot of festivals in the 7th month. You see? So in the 6th month, We plant. We sow here. Okay?
As well as what a lot of people are not aware of over here, in the spring, there's certain time of the seasons that it rains
Right.
over here.
Over here. So you have to,
Yeah.
I'm telling you how it works over here, right?
Yeah, it's very different.
So in the 7th month, we have what's called the Hamsin. This comes every year. And what happens is it's 1 week and it's very hot. It's the beginning of spring,
Yeah.
but it's going to feel like summer.
Yeah.
We call this the Hamsin. We call this, and it happens, we call this the 10 days of Ayub, the 10 days of Job. This same time, every year this comes around, it always comes around the 9th day of the 10th month. What? Yeah. So you have the fast, and then you break the fast. 3 days to get ready, a week to go in, and it's hot and dry, and you go and pray for rain. It coincides
Yes.
with the mechanics of the land.
Yes.
So when you go into this tent, it's hot and dry.
Right. Yeah, you want the rain. Because, like, right now is the raining season.
Yeah,
Here.
we have the wintertime is cold and raining, but you can't plant because it's too cold.
Right.
We might get a little snow, and then the springtime you have to pray for rain for the springtime to have stuff ready for the fall.
Right.
Okay? Where was I?
You just finished reading 35.
Okay. And on the first day of the feast is a holy convocation. It's the Feast of Tabernacles, 7 days on the 15th of the month. No work of labor may you do. 7 days you shall offer an oblation to the name of Yah. You shall gather together to pray. It's a prayer day. Before Yah for rain. No work of labor may you do. These are the times of the orders of Yah's festivals, which you are to convoke, to assemble for holy convocations, assemblies, not church services. We're going to get instructions at these times. What? Yes, instructions. The nation receives instructions at these times. It's not just ceremonial. To offer an oblation to the name of Yah, a burnt sacrifice and a mincha, sanctified offerings and libations, the rite of a day in its days. These are the appointed days. And it's the ritual of the day in its day. This rite, this ritual must be performed in its day. And this is beside the days of the Shabbats. And beside your free will offerings. And beside your vows, beside your gifts, and which you bring before Yah. This is beside all of that. It's on top of all of that. So if you don't get the offering, the perpetual offering for today correct.
Right.
So you can't even do the high holy days because the regular day that comes after, you have to continue in your holiness. Your righteousness, your upstandingness that you're doing all the law requires you to do day to day.
So those
who try to keep the feast day
days,
and then go back home and do whatever, all of that, I'm telling you, you're going to die.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you why, so you know.
Yeah. Because you're profaning.
The Most High's name.
Yes. So you're
And
not keeping it.
somebody might think I'm altering this to update it to today's time. And I'm telling you, no.
No.
It's actually written this way. It was already written thousands of years ago for today's time.
Mm-hmm.
You see? Yours was altered to make you believe that everything has already passed and was in antiquity. It ain't passed yet. No. No. We just now getting to the good part.
Mm-hmm. Said it's everlasting.
Right now, because I'm telling you, and we're going to make it and build it and do all the work. Yeah, get up now.
And you know, I'm just sitting here thinking the reason why the imposters have been teaching it to be done in the spring is because they know,
If you copy them, boing,
right?
the Most High may incline unto you.
And they know that they can't do it at the
No,
correct time that
they
we're
don't even
supposed to
know the
do it.
time.
No. Mm-mm.
I'm telling you the time. Why do I know? Family secret. Long time family secret. That's how I know. Passed down from generation to generation, all the way down from Abraham down the bloodline to this. Why you don't say nothing before? No, I said something before. You're not listening.
Mm-hmm.
You don't listen. All right.
39.
But on the 15th of the seventh month, at the time when you collect the produce of the ground, this is not harvest time. You're collecting the produce of the ground, you shall solemnize a festival for 7 days. On the first day, rest, and on the eighth day, rest. So now we're going to offset the Shabbat by 1 day. Why? And you shall take on the first day of the feast the fruit of praiseworthy trees. So we're going to take citrons, which is lemons, grapefruits, oranges, lulabins, myrtles, and willow trees. These are holy woods. So this is the beginning of the spring. We're going to take the lemons and grapefruits from our stores, and we're going to bring the leaves of these praiseworthy trees. And you shall rejoice before Yah, your Allah, 7 days. And you shall solemnize it before Yah 7 days in the year by everlasting statute in your generations. You shall observe it in the seventh month. So you're doing this to pray for rain
Mm-hmm.
in the seventh month. It's springtime, no rain.
Right.
We need rain now. We put the seed in the ground. We need rain now so that we can have the first fruits harvest
Right.
in the middle of the third month.
Right.
In tabernacles of two sides, according to their rule, and the third a handbreadth higher, that its shaded part may be greater than that into which cometh the sunshine, and to be made for a bower or a shade for the feast, from different kinds of materials which spring from the earth and are uprooted. In the measure 7 palms, but the height within 10 palms. In it shall you sit 7 days, the males in Israel, and children who need not their mothers shall sit in the tabernacles, blessing their Creator whenever they enter thereinto. This is a Bedouin tent. If you don't know, now you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Bedouin. This is Bedouin custom, Bedouin tradition. This is what we doing in this time.
And women, this is the men going out camping, and we be at home doing our own celebration.
Right. Now, can this be held at home? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Just because some of the men go to this communal celebration that can be held at home, you still have to stay in your bedroom tent in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You got to go in, sit, bless the Most High. You have to go through the whole celebration. All right? That your generations may know how under the shadow of the cloud of glory I made the sons of Israel to dwell.
43.
That your generations may know how under the shadow of the cloud of glory I made the sons of Israel to dwell at the time I brought them out redeemed from the land of Mitzrayim, of Egypt. So this is a reminder of how we came out of Egypt in tents.
Yes.
Now you're saying, wait a minute. I thought that was the Passover. Yeah, it was the Passover. But at Passover, we do Passover.
Right.
We're going to do this tent dwelling in the springtime and pray for rain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is the time of remembrance for this.
Yes.
You don't like it? Who cares? Nobody cares how you feel about it. You don't have a say.
Right.
You just do as you told. What's wrong with you?
Right.
And Musa declared the time of the orders of Yah's festivals and taught them to the sons of Israel. Done again. So you got the times, you got the calendar, you got the festivals, you got everything. I done told you what it is and why you're getting ready to die. Because you're about to disobey this. You're about to go and work on these festival days, right? You're about to go and continue your life to test whether my word is real or not, right? Because I know you're itching to say this dude is nothing but a false prophet. First of all, I'm not even the prophet. I'm telling you what the prophet says and how it literally plays out and what you literally need to do because I literally have to do it to save my own life. So we have to buy this land. Now we getting ready to buy it. We have to build. We getting ready to build. We have to grow these food. We have to buy these sheep, lambs, goats. We have to get everything necessary to buy it and buy it. We have to have the businesses. We have to have markets. We have to have everything of our own. We have to have a self-sufficient and autonomous community. We have to.
Right.
Now, I'm telling you to join in with us. I know when you go to the website, you see that big $1 million figure. You go, I don't have all that. We didn't ask you to have it all. We asked you to contribute.
Yes.
Put something on the books.
Yeah, because we're preparing for what we have need of
To grow for you.
Yeah. And to be
Right.
able to go into the land having what we need
To transfer into the land.
Yeah.
Because it's going to take you a year to get the land ready. Right? So we can't even eat the food of the land. You have to plant it the year before so that you can present it to the Most High so that you don't show up to the festival day empty-handed.
Right.
And the only way to not show up empty-handed is to prepare aforetime. So right now, we're all scattered.
Yeah.
We're going to cross Jordan. Who's crossing Jordan with me? I need you to start making contributions. Even if you're not crossing Jordan with me, you know you're the seed of Jacob. You should be given into this. All of you. And if you plan on being with the children of Israel, you should be given.
Yes.
It don't give you an entitlement into owning the land, but you may be among us and dwell among us and learn and live the laws properly until it's time for you to leave. And there is a time for you to leave, be it the 7th year or the Jubilee. You have to go back to your country. That's the law. I'm not making nothing up. But these are the facts.
Yes.
And I know you're going to turn to some other black person and ask them, is what he's saying true. And they're going to say something absolutely ridiculous and get themselves killed, and you with them. I know. I know. When the bodies start dropping, everybody's going to start getting a little nervous and reconsidering what they should do and how they should do it. I know. Because right now, it is the 5th month. In 2 more months, it'll be the 7th. And you guys are not going to follow these instructions. How do you know? The Most High already wrote it down and said, I've hardened their hearts. They're not going to listen. Therefore, I'll pour out my wrath for them, for the innocent blood which they shed, and the idols upon all the nations. Then I will exile and scatter them yet again. Watch what I tell you. You're not going to like it, but I'm telling you the truth. Because you think you right, and you wrong.
Yep.
You think you right.
Instead of doing what's right.
And you can go on ahead and pull together 1 million people to agree with you. According to the manuscripts and the reality of the day that we live in and what's happening, you're wrong. Because you're not here and you're not going to build and follow the instructions to achieve the goals properly. I know because I've been out here 7 years working on it. Okay? So, one step at a time, one day at a time. It is what it is, and y'all gonna get what y'all gonna get, and I'm only gonna get the remnant, the survivors of what's coming. That's it. Now I wonder how you figure you gonna be a survivor. Might want to put some merit in. You might want to do some of these good works, like helping to build it, because I'm telling you, it's looking kind of sketchy for you.
Oh, yes.
Because I'm putting mine in. All of mine goes in.
Yes.
I'll tell you that right now. All of mine goes into sustaining myself here and to building this. 100% of it goes in.
Yes.
My sister here, she's the same way. We're just asking you to give a portion. Right? We're leaders, so we have to be all in. And any other leader that comes, they have to be all in. But you have to give a portion. Why? It's for you. Unless you want to stay. I know y'all love the nation so much. Stay out there.
One.